here until the end, I'm almost certain. So we'll be here until the end. Lots of games. No slacking from us today. Just StarCraft all day long. We have to the bottom left-hand side is going to be our red Protoss player. From Millennium, it is ShoWTimE. And he's going to be going up against the blue Terran player from Team Liquid to the top left side of the map. It is Bunny. Guys, just as we get into this, I'd like to, as always, just remind you quickly that if you do enjoy the games, the casting, etc. today, you can hit that follow button to see when I go live in the future. It's always appreciated whenever you guys hit the follow button and stuff like that. It's always great to see when you guys are following and enjoying the games. And obviously, it helps you to let me see, you know, helps you to just catch more StarCraft. What's bad about that? What can go wrong? You know, you're just more likely to find out when StarCraft is happening. We stream every single day here on the channel. Although tomorrow we won't be live on this. Actually, I guess we will be because we'll have the SGL. We'll probably finish off SGL from today tomorrow on the channel. So we'll have a little bit of a stream on the channel tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. It depends a little bit. It is Sharkcraft tomorrow, so I'm not 100% certain what we're going to do. But either way, I'm going to be casting Ladder Heroes in the evening with Fear Dragon. But usually we're live every single day. For example, Sunday, go for SC2, then Monday, late think Cup Qualifiers. There's loads of stuff going on, guys. Loads and loads of stuff going on. Anyways, as we set up into this, we're going to be seeing early on in TVP, very standard Reapex fan. Very standard Reapex. Oh, God, I've got something in my mouth. Very standard Reaper expand coming in from Bunny. Sorry, got there in the end. So we're going to be seeing this Reaper from Bunny, just having a little bit of a look around. And to the bottom left, of course, ShoWTimE is just expanding himself in a very common way, something which we're very used to seeing here on, on all maps for us players. I mean, we do see a fair amount of aggression from Protoss, but so often nowadays it's not really one base aggression. It is just this very standard gateway-based expansion in the early stages. Stargate coming in over to the left-hand side. And that's going to be ShoWTimE's early tech here on Frost. So looking towards probably some Oracle play in the early stages. Could get some Phoenix out. I mean, Phoenix are very good at kind of defending against one base aggression and early aggression out of the Terran player, out of Bunny. But at the same time, ShoWTimE is probably just going to go for an Oracle and get some damage done, I think. I think that's also just a very safe way to play it, and probably the most standard way to play it. I'm talking about Phoenix a little bit because yesterday we saw DNS play a lot of Phoenix-based openings, but they're not really that common. So I just sort of have them on my mind as like something that's there, and I'm like, you know, it's like you want to talk about it because you know it happened a lot yesterday, but in the reality, you know, it might have happened a lot yesterday, but it's not still super common. We're going to be seeing this attack from ShoWTimE though. 3 Adepts and 1 Oracle, and if this catches the Terran player sort of off guard, it's going to be very problematic because, you know, 6 Marines here. I guess more Marines in the main base that just split up a little bit, perhaps? No, okay, in fact, all of them are going to come down here. So this is interesting. I mean, the Adepts will shade forwards. They'll have a look to see what's going on. Reaper comes in. Has he seen this Stargate? He has. So he knows what he's playing against. Adepts come in here at the front. And they'll start to trade against these Marines. The idea being, again, if you can shut down enough Marines, the Oracle comes in. It's not going to have an answer to it. And now, oh, well, the Widowmine in the mineral line catches ShoWTimE off guard. And we're going to be seeing these Adepts going to get turned away and pushed over to the right-hand side without too much of an issue there. There's one Adept going down. The other manages to shade away over towards the center of the map. So, that was actually somewhat unfortunate for ShoWTimE. I wouldn't mind in the mineral line. I think he saw the one on the ramp. And he was like, okay, well, I'm going to avoid that. He just didn't think about the one in the mineral line as well. Second Oracle is out and actually spots these Widow Mines coming across the map. Just going to stick close because, you know what? If you can stick close to the Widow Mines, then you can drop the Revelation when you see them. And that's just going to mean you can detect when you need them to be detected. Without a robo facility opening here, it's very important that you get the Revelation out onto those Widow Mines. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to see them if they burrow. So, this is nice from ShoWTimE. He actually deflects them for now. We see a Twilight Council and a Forge and a Robo. So, all of the important upgrades for the mid-game, or not upgrades, but the important tech structures for the mid-game starting to come in. Obviously, some of those will open up the upgrades which you need as well, such as Blink or Resonating Glaives, or both of those. Depends which ones. I mean, just depends which ones he wants to go for first, of course. There's +1 attack as well. And there are obviously no upgrades from that, but will allow you to go into Observers, maybe some Immortals. Also opens up the opportunity to go Robo Bay as the game continues. Another nice revelation at the front, just going to keep an eye on those Widow Mines, as the Liberator going to take it on itself to start chasing that Oracle down. But Oracle, just a little bit too fast here, gets away, is not going to have any issues at all. Nexus is currently building from ShoWTimE, so that's about to finish up. So as Nexus finishes, and we're just going to be seeing ShoWTimE just a few more probes just coming over in this direction towards the third base. So a few more probes coming towards the third base, another sentry warping in, a couple of sentries warping in. So a couple of sentries warping right now. I'm just going to be seeing a pylon from ShoWTimE up on the high ground. So pylon for ShoWTimE going up on the high ground, and what else is going on? Third CC, as we mentioned from Bunny, is currently building up. He's playing fairly passively as stem combat shields and +1 come in for him. Just playing fairly passively, sitting back. I mean, he sort of has to in a way. Oh, well, there's the Oracle going down. Because if he goes across, it's actually I was going to say every attack he moves across with is going to be detected before it gets across because of the Oracle flying around. But Oracle goes into a Widow Mine. So Bunny now can maybe be a bit more aggressive than he was before. Is that a good timing as well? Because +1 stem and combat shields is about to finish. So it's probably the timing at which he wants to be aggressive anyways. When all those upgrades kick in, it's arguably when the Terran army is at one of its strongest points, because it's as all your upgrades just finish, and obviously it'll be just before the Protoss player's army is, it's just more likely that your army is strongest at that point than your opponent's army. As time passes by, the extra upgrades to the Protoss player will finish up, etc. But as there isn't really too many extra upgrades coming in for the Terran throughout the game, you can see these Bioforces going to try and fight. Nice little force field to begin with. The overcharges too far back to really come into play. And we've seen a Liberator actually coming in the back here as well, picking off quite a few workers. So fair few workers going down. Bioforce is going to engage in again. I'm just going to be seeing a few more depths is going to be warping in. So a few more depths warping, and we're just going to be seeing the Bioforces going up to the high ground. Another pylon going to go down, and still just having a look to see what's going on. Observer gets scanned. There's another Observer just to the left-hand side, though, which is helping ShoWTimE to fight against those Widow Mines. Bunny really dancing around this army at the moment. Really cool little bits of positioning. Doesn't quite protect his Liberator against that Phoenix. And he's just going to fly away over here. The Widow Mines will fall. No further shots from those. Bunny, well, I mean, it wasn't a bad trade for him. I actually think it was kind of a nice little trade back and forth there. As we're going to be seeing more Bioforces collecting together. Reinforcements coming in. And those units from the front line also just backing off to some extent. So Bunny gathering everything right now. There is a the third base still mining. And we've seen the Depths and Stalkers and an Immortal. Just starting to move forwards a little bit. A couple of sentries coming towards the front as well. And there's a Depth looking to see what they can jump onto. Come on, Widow Mine is going to go down very quickly here. I mean, the Bioforce will turn to fight when there's only a Depths in this, but actually still too much. The Stalkers join up now as well. Only being pushed all the way back, and ShoWTimE is not slowing down. He might just keep moving forwards with this. Moving in towards this third base right here against the Liberator, sieging up. One or two of those Adepts will take a little bit more damage, and the Depths getting cleaned out pretty swiftly. But can he, is it enough? But he is getting another Liberator in here. He's got them Widow Mines as well. Only two, but it can help so much to just soften up a big chunk of the Protoss army. As we'll see, ShoWTimE just backing away towards the upper watchtower. A few more Stalkers and a couple more sentries added in here. ShoWTimE can try and break into this position. So here we go. They'll start getting behind the middle line. Bioforce is going to start stimming on in and starting to fight against this. And again, just looking to see what's going on. So Bioforce seeing what's up, seeing what's happening, and is just going to be able to keep on trading against the Protoss player to some extent, but he's not doing enough damage to force him to turn around and go home. And so ShoWTimE, again, bullying his way into the back of the third base, and now continuing to push forwards. We're going to see a Widow Mine going off to the side. Nice blink away, minimizes the damage he takes on the Stalkers. He'll get rid of the Liberators, and the Adepts actually shade on top of the Bioforces. Again, he'll get rid of both Widow Mines before they do any damage, and this is ShoWTimE just about able to make this work now. Enough Stalkers left over to shoot down another medevac or two. Goes back in towards the middle line, further Adepts to reinforce and tank at the front. He has lost a lot of his own tech-based units, sentries and Immortals. He just has too much Adept Stalker left over, and the Bioforces can't clean that out. But he will. There does tend to be a more standard map as it plays out into the later stages of the game. It definitely has a little bit of a different feel to it, but nothing ridiculous, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Very standard though. You see Frozen Temple all the time in the best of threes. Galactic Process being used more and more nowadays as well. King Sejong, for example, kind of falling out of favour. Obviously, we barely ever see Dasan Station. Apotheosis, one we saw for a while in TVP, then Protoss players realize that they don't really like to play on that because it's just too abusable by Terran on the third base, etc. in the drops. What else in the map pool? Dasan, New Gettysburg. Terran players just don't like to play on such a macro-focused map, which is just forces late game that you can't harass on too much. So I imagine the vetoes in this were something like Dasan Station, probably vetoed by Bunny. Probably also vetoed New Gettysburg. And then ShoWTimE will have vetoed... ShoWTimE will have vetoed, say, Apotheosis, which is not a fun map to play on against Terran. And what's the other map that's left over? King Sejong. Also a pretty nice Terran map in terms of dropping around in lots of ways in and out, lots of harassment potential and stuff like that. So, that's what I'll say about my kind of map analysis. Of course, I mean, that's not definitely what the vetoes were, but that's how I imagine them to have gone. I'd say that would have been a fairly standard veto process. And then, in terms of map order, and I think anyone could have picked Frost first and then Frozen second. Anyways, Bunny is our red Terran player to the bottom right-hand side. He is from Team Liquid. And is one game down in this series. Again, it's a tough one. If you drop to that loser's bracket, you have a long road back to, well, to qualifying against like 10 series or something. I guess everyone around you advances like one less series or two, so maybe 1 or 2 less series. So I guess at this point, if you drop into the losers bracket, it's probably about 7 or 8 series to qualify, which is a lot. It's a lot of best of 3s to play, and it's a best of 5 at the very end as well. So, anyways, we have to the top left side, blue pros player Millennium ShoWTimE has to be one of the favorites to qualify here today. I imagine he is a. I mean, he came second place at Copa Intercontinental. Well, started to snoot in the finals there. That's his, obviously not his second place this year. He also won the DreamHack Tours, the WCS Spring Championship. It's actually quite nice. It's funny that we've seen everyone who's kind of finished second this year has almost also gone on to kind of win a title. Like Nurchio lost at WCS Spring, and he won DreamHack Valencia. Snoot lost, and he's won Copa Intercontinental and NSL. But Neeb hasn't won anything still. Poor Neeb, man. Maybe KeSPA Cup's going to be the cup he wins. The dream. The dream. Bunker coming up at the front from Bunny. 2 Marines are going to be jumping on into that bunker in just a few moments' time. So into that bunker we go. Bunny jumping in. And there is a Mule going to be dropping down in the natural expansion. So Mule drops down in the natural expansion. And there's 2 adepts from ShoWTimE just moving forwards to have a little bit of a look to see what's going on. So adept shade through, they're going to cancel now as well. And 2 adepts from ShoWTimE. Third adept coming across. It's the same attack as last time actually, with the Oracle on the way out. Very aggressive, sort of few adepts here early to see what they can do. The thing is with the bunker, if you just get past the bunker, you could actually get a little bit of damage done to the mineral line. Anyway, you force the force the Marines to kind of come out and deal with you. There's a Cyclone up from Bunny though, so he shouldn't really have too much of an issue dealing with this at all. Adepts will threaten to shade by once again. They're going to commit this time. Obviously 3 adepts is the magic number to like one-shot Marines, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So not much luck though. Just 3 Marines or so killed. And it does distract, it does kind of bring the Oracle down to the low ground for a few moments, but Bunny is immediately going to bring it back to the main base, perfectly in time for this Oracle to fly in. And ShoWTimE, well, because of that, he just won't fly in, although there is a nice lock-on. Won't have the reach, though, to kill off the Oracle. In fact, the Oracle going to survive on full health as its shields will regenerate, so Oracle going to get away with that there. We see a Phoenix on the way. I wonder if that's just to lift the Cyclone around the map. Or whether he's really going to commit to kind of multiple Phoenix throughout this. He actually has 2 Oracles total, which is the same as last game. Just we saw the first Oracle going down very early, which obviously didn't help him out too much at all. As we're going to be seeing 2 Oracles just joined together are very powerful, obviously. In fact, with 2 Oracles, you could even fly in and kill a Cyclone if it wasn't to pull back in time. Do we see Wooden Mine hitting this mineral line? No, we don't. So no Wooden Mine over here. Look at this, though. Liberator comes in, 3 kills. Very quickly responded to, though. Stalker and a Phoenix to shut it down. And Bunny again is playing fairly similar to the last game, I suppose. I think the 3rd CC comes in a little bit sooner this time around for him, so he's going to go 3rd CC and then up to 3 racks. In game number 1, I believe he went into 3 racks and then up to the 3rd CC. And there's the SCV going down, building this. So yeah, and just a revelation. He knows this Oracle's around, so he just wants to try and keep track of things. And safer to drop a revelation and get information than to risk running in and losing an Oracle which could, I mean, obviously it's nice that you can get more damage done, but he wants to keep the oracles up. He wants to keep this information for himself on the map. He wants to keep the potential to scout with these oracles on the map and fly around, spot drops, revelate armies, just make it difficult for Bunny to move onto the map without ShoWTimE just knowing where he is and just having a very good response to wherever Bunny's moving into the location of. The Oracle's just going to be targeting down, picking up 3 SCVs over here, and we're going to be seeing this tank going to get shut down as well. Ooh, just lose an Oracle though, and you actually might lose the other one too. The vision is good there, so the Cyclone takes that down. And again, I mean, those Oracles are not like key units to the game, but they do give you an advantage. There's a reason you build up into 2 of them. And honestly, I don't really think that losing 2 Oracles to kill a tank or so is really worthwhile. I kind of like the idea, just needed to get back and get out of there just a little bit sooner. Going to be seeing these few units from Bunny joining up in the center of the map. Hallucinated things will see this coming across, so ShoWTimE resorting to other methods to keep track of where his opponent is on the map now. Single force field already being played. It's very preemptive force field by ShoWTimE. He's literally just saying, you know, that's a force field that says, don't even try to come up this ramp, because if you do, I am so ready for you. You are just not going to have a good time. And Bunny takes the hint, he backs off immediately. Walks into Stasis Ward there on his way back home. So Stasis Ward hits his mark in the end. Not quite the effect I think he was hoping for. You know, just going to be sort of maybe kind of hoping to slow it down when he moved across the map initially, more so than when he was falling back home. Anyways, either way, let's see, actually nice scan from Bunny, picks off that Observer, that's always nice. Any Observer that goes down is picked away at. Always seems to be kind of a nice little benefit. We see a few Adepts warping in here from ShoWTimE, a couple more as well. So lots of Adepts coming in, there's that Warp Prism starting up too. And +1/+1 upgrades from Bunny. Going to be finishing very soon. So there's +1/+1 for him. And we do just see this Bioforce coming around the right hand side of the map. Bunny looking to take a presence on the map with his +1 armor upgrade advantage. He's going to start working his way through these rocks. So Rock's going to start taking some damage, making his way through here. Pile onto the right hand side from ShoWTimE. And, well, a few Adepts, 3 Stalkers, essentially coming into position. Widow Mines will be a big part of this from Bunny, and so he has to get those in location and start using them as well. Overcharges will be used from ShoWTimE too to try and help push Bunny back. There's the first Widow Mine connection. It's pretty good onto the Adepts. Softens up a good bunch of them at the front. Can Bunny move forward with this? Has he got enough momentum to do something more? Oh, it's going to be a nice Stalker Widow Mine shot once again. Stalker's getting splashed onto now. A couple of the Widow Mines actually did unload or unburrow. And they're going to come in over here, and actually they're going to go off into the center of the Adepts again. Widow Mines having the time of their lives right now in the last few moments. Every single Widow Mine hit so far has been pretty darn good. And Bunny just working his way through those Protoss units nice and quickly with the +1 attack upgrade over no armor upgrades for ShoWTimE. And when you're the player that's kiting backwards again and again, having an attack upgrade over an armor upgrade is really useful. However, here we go. The Adept's going to commit forwards now, and Bunny, is he just caught without any reinforcements here? I think he very well may be, and that's maybe what's going to hurt him the most. Stalker's pulling forwards, he'll turn and pick one off. We're going to siege up here. There's his reinforcements coming in. I think that is the difference, where ShoWTimE's been able to warp in and reinforce almost instantly. Bunny has had to kind of fall back to get to reinforcements. Now, still trading nicely. We're going to be seeing another Immortal going down here. Stalker's doing a little bit more damage once again. ShoWTimE will come in for Warp Prism now. He'll try and probably, I guess, shade in towards the third base, and then drop into the main at the same time. I like that. What he did there was really smart. It's a very subtle thing, but he actually shaded and put them over here for a little while and then moved in, so that when they finish their shade, they're directly in the mineral line. And it just gives Bunny less time to respond to it. There's a huge number of Adepts going the main. Alright, well, more important than ever now for Bunny to get something done. Loses a lot of SCVs, however, it's at this point in time where ShoWTimE has just warped in a lot of units across the map, and this is Bunny's potential to maybe get damage done and to take advantage. As his reinforcements will try and clean up these Adepts. They're not looking to have a very good time so far, though. Oh, nice play by the Stalkers coming around the back. They're going to get rid of one of the Liberators. The other is so low that no matter what happens next, the engagement will probably go the way of ShoWTimE. He'll probably be able to pick that off very easily no matter what. I'm just going to be seeing these Bioforces from Bunny. He realizes he can't do too much else here, and he backs off. Can't commit to this, and a few more Adepts just going to keep on warping in all over the place. Warp isn't actually going to cancel this warp in there. Realizes it might not be his most successful of warp in, so gets out of there. Marines are going to try and chase it away, and they successfully do chase it away. ShoWTimE gets away, but his army moving down the right hand side. He's had enough of being attacked. He wants to be the aggressor now. However, he'll be attacking into a 2-2 Terran army. Those upgrades so important. We saw Bunny with a +1 attack over no armor before. Now he's an entire set of attack and armor upgrades ahead. So that's pretty huge as he stems on in. We're going to be seeing a lot of damage starting to be done. And Bunny's Concave is pretty good as well. And I think ShoWTimE is just in the middle of the map with no real backup or anything. Warps in more depth because he does need something to keep on tanking his Medivacs. Bunny are out of energy though. And that might hurt him more than anything now. Not able to heal up during this engagement. He turns to fight once again. There's a couple of Medivacs coming in. But actually, ShoWTimE's making this happen. I really didn't think this was going to be ShoWTimE's fight to win. Because it really didn't look good for him at all initially. But he's going to win this out. And he's going to back away. Just going to try and wave a +2 attack of his own to finish. As the Stalkers will blink back. This Immortal is going to have to keep on moving as well. Otherwise, it will be caught in the middle. Warp Prism will change direction. As he gives up on a major attack to the right side, he'll go back to using that Warp Prism as a way to just counterattack, to harass in different locations. That's exactly what he's doing right now as this Warp Prism goes over to the left. Bio forces out of Bunny will join together just outside of this expansion. You see a couple of Adepts just going to drop down and pick away at a few more SCVs. So a few SCVs being picked away at. That's 3, 4, 5 kills already. Bunny, I did not look at the Berserker's loss tab, but I guess we should. 43 loss. I mean, it could be worse, which is a sad thing to say, but that's the state of PvT right now. PvT is so much about as the Protoss player, just forcing the Terran player into messing up defending against Adepts. Adepts always seem to get to a point where they just start to do so much damage. It's crazy. Dark Shrine is on the way up in the back. I'm going to see a few more Adepts and a Sentry and Stalker warping it as well. ShoWTimE's army still kind of quite small. He's still down an armor upgrade as well, Bunny. And you look at how much bio Bunny has, you just look at it and you can sort of see like it might just be a good fight for him, but well, let's find out. We're going to see some more Stalkers warping in. He goes to the top side initially. Nice force fields will block a lot of the bio army from actually really taking part in this. Nice target fire and Liberators go down after shooting only once. Bunny is starting to lose the army advantage now, and again, it's just a combination of nice force fields and good god, just good engagement, good micro out of ShoWTimE to really make these fights go in his favor. And from being about 20-ish army supply up, ShoWTimE's going to, well, Bunny is going to just be retreating here as ShoWTimE pushes away quite comfortably. He's targeting down Medivacs as Bunny leaves as well. And those are expensive units, and the more Medivacs that go down especially, the harder it is for Bunny to sort of recover, because if you get rid of Medivacs, then he has to make a decision. Do I make Medivacs or do you make more Liberators? And ideally, you'd want to just make Liberators at this point, because you should have enough Medivacs. But if you can't make, if you need more Medivacs, you've got to make more Medivacs. If you've got to make Medivacs, you can't make Liberators. And then your army doesn't stay very good at all here. As we're going to be seeing, this is by Gateway Force to the right-hand side. Once again, somewhere there are Adept killing workers. Oh no, it's a DT, of course. We saw the DTs coming in, that's what it is. We see one DT still in this army as well, going to force a scan on top. You're going to see another couple of Liberators coming in. Not many Stalkers here, actually. The Stalkers going down very quickly to those Liberators, and I think that's what ShoWTimE is beginning to realize. Opposite a couple more Stalkers at the back. There's one Liberator still up on the high ground, going to make life a little bit difficult for him. Nice couple of force fields. Going to block those Marauders in. Marauders going to take a lot of damage right now. Stalkers backing away a little bit. Bio forces from Bunny looking to see what is going on. Scan comes down. That DT gets taken down. And well, Bunny is just going to be having the time of his life here still. Stalkers, a few Sentries, an Immortal, and a few Adepts also. Just going to be coming back home. Stray Immortal is still left to the right hand side of the map. Not going to be able to do too much there, as we see this Liberator just having a little bit of a peek around, trying to figure out what's going on right now. Stalkers and Adepts and Sentries once more coming over to the right hand side here. As these Bio Forces just going to make their way through the rocks. And this this Phoenix here to the left hand side, also looking around as well. Once more we'll see Bunny just starting to move up towards the upper center, move through the center of the map. A few more Bio Forces coming in from the lower right side as well. What's this? More Adepts? What a surprise. 5 workers killed here, and again just doing so much damage. Should we look now at the workers killed count? Only 61. I think the initial damage was all done earlier. As Bunny attacks in again. One thing I think ShoWTimE's also done very well is every single time he fights, he gets rid of the Liberators. We've never seen more than 2 Liberators in a single fight. And that's crazy, because if you get up to more than 2 Liberators, that's when playing Adept Stalker and Immortal becomes very difficult. But ShoWTimE's been able to play this very powerful composition throughout because he is always getting rid of those, of those units. Livery over here going to deny some mine. Phoenix will come in to clean it out. And ShoWTimE just loses third base. Both players trading evenly in terms of workers lost in the last few moments. As Bunny starts to back away, is he going to turn and fight this? One DT moving forwards as well. I don't think he realizes that there's DT there. There he goes. Scans now. Adept's going to keep on shading forwards as Bunny now is just going to commit to running away. Adepts might just commit onto this. There's the Stalkers blinking forwards. They want to fight against these Medivacs, taunting them down one at a time. ShoWTimE starts stepping forwards. Bunny pulls back with the Medivacs and the boost. And he is going to have to back away altogether right now. He's got another big army to top right-hand side, though. He's going to find a base up here. Nothing really in location to defend. I mean, those couple of Stalkers that came in, they're not going to do much. This Phoenix is going to go down as well. And a few probes trying to get away. Actually, they will get away quite easily. It grabs a couple of them on the way out. But this base goes down, and ShoWTimE's economy is almost as shattered as Bunny's. Bunny even mining a little bit more than his opponent right now in terms of minerals, but is mining less gas. As ShoWTimE's army across the map will look to try and maybe push on through and kill off another base of Bunny. As Bunny goes in towards the fourth base, Adepts warping in are not going to get much done. No Medivacs to back up this army, which I think is really crazy. It's just straight up bio on its own. And this base will lift. Defense CC backing away. Bunny trying to stay alive right now as more Marines, more Marauders joining up together towards the main. Bio forces at the top side have to back away themselves. And here we go. Stalkers, Sentries, and Mortals and a few Adepts going to come in towards this planetary fortress. And look at this. Actually, the planetary picks off all of the Sentries in the middle of this army. Nice force fields to stop the SCVs from repairing. But it was not an easy, even trade at all. That's a very happy trade from Bunny's point of view, I think. I mean, that planetary fortress killed so much there. ShoWTimE right now, 20 probes ahead, but he doesn't have the bases to mine from. So the economy from both of them, look at this, 100 minerals per minute apiece. Bunny will get some mining into this side, but actually ShoWTimE will just type out GG, and Bunny is going to take game number 2 and tie the... And introduce our players. It's 1-1 here. ShoWTimE, probably a favorite coming into this, but I mean, you can never count Bunny out, right? He's this solid Terran player who will just show up and show us that he's very good for, for a reason, because, she's held in high regard for a reason, even if he doesn't show it at every single tournament. To the top right-hand side, there's ShoWTimE from Millennium, our Red Protoss player. And to the bottom left, our Blue Terran from Team Liquid. It is Bunny. So we set up into this, guys. I'm just going to be seeing what is going on, what these players are going to look to get up to, what they're going to try and open with to try and take victory here in Game 3. What's up, everyone in the chat as well? What's up, Corvus? What's up, Fear Dragon? Sorry, you guys are typing quite quickly today, so I can't talk to you all of the time. But hope you're all doing good. And again, thanks for dropping by. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the stream and enjoying the content, you can drop a sub on the channel. Subscribing a great way to support the stream. And obviously, there's other ways as well of donations, etc. But that's all listed around the channel. I'm sure you'll find it if you want to. As we see this probe from ShoWTimE just coming back towards the upper right-hand side of the map. So probe is coming back towards the upper right. We're going to see this Reaper coming in. Is going to be attacking this probe and is going to kill this off. So this probe will go down. And Reaper from Bunny continuing to go towards the upper right-hand side. Going to stop by this Nexus, sees that finishing. And again, Bunny just going to pop up here, and Adept just going to be shading onto the map. And ShoWTimE just having a little bit of a look to see what's going on. Comes in, drops the shot off onto that first Reaper there. And then Reaper just going to just jump up over to the right-hand side. So Reaper jumps up over to the right. We're going to see another grenade going down. Adept going to be continuing to work its way through this Reaper as well. It's doing a little bit more damage there. Going to be seeing the Cybernex call from ShoWTimE is on the way up, and Robo Facility 2 as his opening. No Twilight Council yet, but there it is. So very standard Robo Twilight from him. And this should just be Blink based, free base play. Nothing out of the ordinary. So we're going to be popping up to the top side again, and Bunny continuing to just have a look to see what exactly is going on. And for Bunny, I mean, we see just a Cyclone on the way up early, so he's just going to play super defensive with a Liberator to go harass. It's interesting because we don't see the Cyclones super early in the game too often nowadays in TVP, unless they're going to play a very sort of weird Cyclone-based build altogether, so... I'm just going to be seeing a Rax sort of coming down to the left-hand side and another Rax as well. So 3 Racks coming in total from Bunny. And there's that Liberator on the way up. The Siege Tank building as well behind this Cyclone. So just a neat little safe way to open. It's interesting though because he opens, what to me, again, like I just said, it feels very safe. The tank on the way up, etc. But he's going into 2 extra Racks. It's not like he's going to have a lack of units. Although that being said, I guess when you play against blink-based openings, it can be very annoying to have those Blink Stalkers at the front trading with bio units over time. So it can be a little bit frustrating often. So nice to just clean up here neatly. Bunny nearly cleans up that probe, but doesn't quite get it. And so we'll be able to pop down the 3rd base. And the Reaper did go down in the process as the Liberator though. That's going to come to the right-hand side. We'll get ready to siege up into the main base in just a few moments. So Liberator all the way over to the right. Look at that, right top corner. Just going to be hiding away there. So just waiting for the opportunity to go in. And actually, this natural mineral line is so exposed. You know, all the Stalkers moving out across the map. There's no pylon behind the mineral line. It's actually a very exposed mineral line. It's going to have, well, this Liberator. It's going to deny a lot of mining time, put it that way. Tank up here on the low ground. Do we see another tank up in the main base somewhere? We do. So Bunny's very safe. He has the units out which he needs to defend. Is this tank stuck? Yeah, that tank's stuck, I think. So it's not going to really get into too good a position. Well, that's awkward, isn't it? I guess he was able to get out once he lowers the depots. So we'll see where he actually wants to bring this. Is I'm just going to be seeing those few Stalkers and a couple of Depths just backing away. And there's the Forge on the way up from ShoWTimE. So Forge coming in for him. There's a Depth Liberator. Picks up 1 kill. Not much damage, but again, it's just forcing lost mining time. It's one of the things I really wish we had. I know Base Trade have a mod which allows them to put graphs up, which show you sort of how much mining people have at each point of the game and stuff, and the difference in mining. I think that'd be very interesting to see for stuff like these probes not mining during a Liberator attack and so on. Because I don't think you really appreciate how much money is lost in a fight like that. Because you don't see it as lost because it's sort of being killed, but it is delayed from coming in, so pretty interesting. I think it'd be interesting to know, like, how long, I guess if you can figure out how much does a mineral line mine per minute, or how much does a drone mine per minute. I don't even know that anymore in Legacy of the Void. I used to. Does anyone know? How much does a drone or a probe or work, well, how much does a worker mine per minute? Someone must know in the chat. So it'll be interesting to kind of figure out how much is, you know, how much that stuff gets delayed by. Look at this. Charge coming in from ShoWTimE. That's very different. Obviously he's opened with Blink, which is fairly standard, very nice, mobile. But not going to go Resonating Glaives, just going to go Charge, and I'm intrigued by this. I'm not really sure exactly what the game plan is going to be. Some tanks dropping off here, not in range of these Stalkers just yet. There we are. We'll start pushing those back, and when you're moving on to the map, Combat Shields will be finishing shortly. I didn't really mention it, actually. In fact, I didn't really mention it. I didn't mention it at all. Bunny's only on 2 bases, so he's going super aggressive right now. He's even building extra racks instead of adding add-ons, which is a little bit interesting. But this tank push is going to be so powerful, because you know what he does? He drops the tanks here, they're in range of the 3rd base, and it's very hard for your opponent to attack into that location, clean out those tanks, because they're down this low ground. Tanks come down again, Stalkers take some more damage, he'll push a little bit further forward with these. And there's them Pylons starting to be under fire. He's going to stim up the ramp. I'm just going to start fighting, forcing an overcharge or so perhaps. There's going to be another Pylon going down very quickly. And he's just going to get a couple of tanks and just reposition them a little bit here. As he'll continue to push his way up to this high ground. Is in range of that next of a few of these siege tanks, so all he has to do is get vision. And I think he's good to keep pushing in the location he's already in. Hard position to fight into from ShoWTimE. Nice force fields though. I mean, that's the sort of stuff he's going to want to do. Those Zealots though, getting forced away almost instantly. Pylon goes down. Sentry getting taken down by these few Marines, which just sort of stroll forwards towards the end of this, or towards the end when ShoWTimE's disengaged. And a couple of Mauls out on their own, they're going to go down. ShoWTimE losing a lot of units right now as Bunny pulls back into the tank. Stalkers will blink down. They don't last long at all, them Stalkers on the low ground. No way. ShoWTimE is dead. Bunny is going to beat ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE's done for. He's going for the losers bracket. Bunny's 2-base timing here is going to make it happen. 2-1 victory for Bunny. And he moves through into the winner bracket.